Hi, so my last video on China medical tourism got a lot of comments. The early adopters are sharing how cheap and wonderful the experience is, and people in the West are genuinely curious about the price here in China. So here's a video with real prices across the most common procedures that people ask about. And please bear in mind, this is a general price reference instead of any medical recommendation. One quick thing before we jump into the price. Most top-tier public hospitals in China, they have two different routes, a regular department and an international department. The price we are talking about here is the regular one. Foreigners don't have to choose international department. You can just walk in with your passport, you register, and you pay the standard price. Simple as it is. Meanwhile, the international department offers different language support and appointment systems. It is convenient, but the price can be 5 to 20 times higher than the regular one. So for the straightforward things like cleaning your teeth, for a checkup, blood test, basic imaging, the regular department can already do very well on that. For complex, even multi-session treatments or extended hospital stays, that's more severe disease, right? So international department makes more sense. Let's start with the one that surprises us the most, a comprehensive annual body checkup in China. I'm talking about 30 plus items to be checked, like blood panel, liver, kidney, thyroid, ECG, chest x-ray, ultrasound, and many more. They run roughly at $150 to $250, full price. They're very much standard packages here. And kid, young male, female, senior people, married, unmarried, there are a variety of packages to choose from. The total price usually bounces around $200, and you can specifically add more items into that package. But I heard in the US, the equivalent package price can be as high as $2,000, and you don't even get to get it done in one visit. Take myself, for example. I paid around $160, and I did it in a premium health check center, full price, out of my own pocket. They are all done in just one morning. If you've done a similar checkup in your own country, drop in a comment and let me know how much it cost you. I am genuinely curious about that. And dental was the most discussed topic in my previous video. People really care about this one. So in China, the tooth cleaning costs around $30 to $45. Fixing a cavity is around $30 to $55. And for dental, the medical insurance can cover 50 to 70% of the cost. So what I have shared is the full price. And in my case, I also had 3 of my wisdom tooth pulled out in the clinic. 2 of them grew horizontally next to the other tooth. It was a complicated situation. We need a microsurgery to fix that, which requires cutting and stitching. So this microsurgery cost me around $110 each tooth. Everything is done in just 1 hour, including anesthetization. One thing to note in China is that fixing teeth don't always need anesthetization. Even if needed, don't expect it's a full body anesthetization. Usually you just get 1 injection around your teeth, and then in 1 minute you feel numb. Your whole mouth is numb. You cannot really feel the pain at all. So that's how you do a microsurgery level treatment in China. And don't panic because it's very much standardized and the overall experience is pretty good. You will not really scare yourself out in that room. And for dental implants, it takes $800 to $2,000 per tooth based on material, but still much cheaper than many Western countries, right? If it's just a simple tooth cleaning, you can just walk in. For implants or multi-session works, you better research hospitals and pre-book or pre-communicate before you fly. And this is where the gap are so huge here. MRI per body part check in China is around $60 to $70. CT scans, $25 to $40. X-ray, $7 to $15. And ultrasound, under $15. Everything I'm talking about here are not outdated machines. The top Chinese public hospitals, they are all using clinical grade equipment like Siemens, like GE, like Philips. They are the world-class technology and equipments. Basically, you can just walk in and get tested and get the report the next day. So it will not be more than 2 to 3 days for such tests. But I know in West, it can easily go up to a few $1,000s. Here is a genuine question. Why do you think the same machine, the same scan, there can be 50 times price difference there? If you know, let me know in the comments. And let's go for eyes. Basic vision check is under $5 in China. And complicated treatment like LASIK, it can be around $1,400 to $2,800 for both eyes in China. I heard it can be high as $5,000 in United States. For LASIK specifically, it is not for everyone based on your eye conditions, and there are different technologies to choose from. So you must identify the right hospital for the surgery, understand its technology, and have an initial consultation before you go. And I also want to include some surgeries for reference. And these are all very general price reference. The actual cost can be somehow different based on the diagnosis and the complexity. So joint replacement in China, it can take you $7,000 to $12,000. And a heart bypass, it's more expensive. It's like $28,000 to $42,000. So that's a huge amount. And this price have included world-class surgery materials. So for procedures and the complexity like this, the international department makes more sense here. Foreign language support, insurance support, a dedicated team across the whole session and treatment period. All of that service, they are just a fraction of the cost in many Western countries. And I also want to point out one of the most expensive treatment, that is CAR-T cell therapy. In China, it's like $40,000 to $150,000. So it can be up to like $500,000 per dose. Now the business insurance in China can already cover a part of it. So the overall price has been much lower than its global quotation. In many countries, it takes $1 million a dose. And some foreign patients are already taking CAR-T cell therapy in China, and they are successful cases. Oscar Chalupsky, he is a South Africa Olympics champion for 12 times. He was diagnosed with high-risk multiple myeloma, and he has sought treatments in South Africa and many other countries like Portugal, Germany. Nothing could help. In late 2025, he just flew to Shanghai. He went to the Ruijin Hospital, which is a very top hospitals in Shanghai and nationwide. He received the CAR-T therapy and was successfully treated. Another case is a 42-year-old Russian woman. She has acute leukemia. She traveled to Hainan province in 2023 and received the fourth-generation CAR-T therapy, also successfully treated. They are real people and real recoveries. So if you are visiting China and thinking about combining a medical treatment, here's how you can think about it. Here are what you can just walk in or do minimal planning like 2 or 3 days. There are basic dental like tooth cleaning, cavity, annual checkups, blood test, imaging, and eye examination. Bring your passport and done. And these are what you need to do some advanced research like the eye treatment like LASIK, implants, multi-session dental treatments. So basically anything involves multiple visits, you need to plan for that. You can contact hospitals before you go. And lastly, these are things you need very comprehensive preparation and consultation before you go, like major surgeries, like cancer treatment, and those with extended hospital stays. Basically, you need to plan everything ahead. Some people may wonder why China is so cheap. The price gap exists because the system is structured very differently. Our costs are regulated, and the volume and needs are much bigger. And the Chinese public hospitals, they are using world-class equipments and very professional trained specialists as well. These numbers are real, but how you want to do with them is totally up to you. So for any questions about a specific procedure or hospital, you can drop them in the comments. I'll read them very carefully. And if you like my video, please subscribe.